Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we bring you a very special lost episode from the historical archives. This incident occurred earlier in the epic saga of Fricker's Follies, and should rightly be called the 8th, or perhaps even the 7th episode. We're not really sure where it fits in the timeline, but it doesn't matter, because Fricker's Follies has become like a confused, dimly remembered, recurring nightmare where the specifics change, but the overall theme remains the same every time. There's always an armed organization attempting to take control. T.G. Fricker is always trying to maintain order as calamity and retarded lunatics swirl around him. There are always hecklers and bad jokes. Fricker has always become a clown, or is becoming a clown, or is harassed and helped by clowns. There are always beautiful women taking their clothes off, and there's always a violent climax that, for some reason, involves a dead chicken flying across the room. What does it mean? In tonight's version of the story, the power of this bizarre ritual has been harnessed by the temple of the Necronomicon and focused into some kind of inane ghost dance whose aim is to shatter the stale and boring paradigm of the pink-faced masses forever. Sorry, non-whites, your paradigm just isn't stale enough for the clowns to want to destroy it yet. These clowns have organized themselves into a religion, a political party, some might even say a cult. They've been writing manifestos, they've been accumulating weapons, they've been gathering signatures for local ballot initiatives. They've been marginalized in the sad world of comic relief characters and sideshow freaks, living in fear of the ringmaster's whip for centuries, but now they've got a plan to tear that whip from his hands and become the ringmasters themselves. Watch as the temple of the Necronomicon attempts to summon up the ancient trickster spirit who's resided in the minds, mythologies, and souls of every human population, spreading like a virus through language and laughter and terror, spontaneously popping up everywhere, from the backwards walking idiot shamans of the Inuit to the mimes of Mexico City's Templo Mayor, who turn themselves into ridiculous caricatures of the people walking by. From the Christian devil, who laughs as God's creation careens out of control, to the cheap, cutesy comic foils of your average manga cartoon. From the Dadaist nonsense poets to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, the unstoppable force of form without function that keeps everything on its toes by turning the tick-tock alarm clock time that we're enslaved to into funky beats that we can dance to. The ferocious and intangible being that surfs on tidal waves of chaos and never lets anything completely solidify into something that can be codified and made boring. The beautiful monster that holds a funhouse mirror up to our faces and pokes holes in every system, fucking everything up for no reason at all, while simultaneously ensuring that entropy never need win because no system is ever completely closed. The Joker, the Fool, the Coyote, Mr. Mitzelplick, the Hamburglar, Don Juan, the other Don Juan, the Wee People, Mr. Natural, Loki, Papa Legba, Bob Dobbs, Bugs Bunny. Can the world survive the onslaught of this horrible force? Will the clown's presidential bid amount to nothing more than a forgotten third-party spoiler candidacy like Ralph Nader's? Why can we put a man on the moon, but we can't put a knife in the microwave? find out the answers to these questions and more as the Temple of the Necronomicon and the People's Original Gangsters present Fricker's Follies!